Lord says, by your love they shall know you. See? You are warned ahead of time before such shall transpire. So to put these ones to your tests for your conveniences by placing these ones before the assembly of the 70 maybe, yes. Persons congregating together had made the imaginary circle hemming them in wider as they stepped out in a way to make way for persons determinately pushing on through. 3 men as wingmen to the one slightly in front of them in Elias Eliezer ben Yehuda, about whom it was said at immediate sight of him, Here yet. Here yet. Short but ever tall with towering intellect alone. Here he comes. The glory of the forest whose boughs and cedars dutifully prostrate and make way for the sage as one riding on his decommissioned mule that he would ever and irresistibly upscale to horse with golden bridle and unbroken wing. Elias, who could verily scarcely at all be all things to all persons unable to tolerate him however impossible he was to not regard, he seemed to hear the man although his was the epitome of proverbial water off of the tail of the duck while shushing the man with a soft smile that its recipient just the same right construed and darting poison-tipped lancets and daggers. His long flowing robiture worn loosely as celebratory gown again rendering him as one dressing commodiously with worshippers from Byzantinians congregating place and outside of which his crop of shoulder-length hair, albeit clean cropped around the face and otherwise fastidiously kempt, was welcomed by the whole instead of being lost in long shoulder-length stringy portions protruding from over top of his large ears some and extending from rear of beret that itself seemed smaller because of extending ears. Still untempered delight from many an individual's heart spilling forth as he with reserved importance and unshorn dignity silently acknowledged those motioning and calling out to him. As usual persons standing near and far to the point of shifting glances some turned also on their feet as though hoping to prematurely glean a word from him through those oft foreboding dark eyes, fiercely pinching and beady but not appearing always as such in consideration of the encasing stilt of shadow made possible by his launching thick eyebrows that could disrobe of contemptuous twist at mouth region appearance of any biting criticism easily reversed there, the caterpillar-esque dark brows nearly touching the brim of his brown Lutheran velvety cap hovering atop of ever a malicious twist of a smile to which he was overly self-conscious, it seemed, as though such were his countenance's chief betraying feature. From him after inquiring silently in regards to his 2 notable extremes of mood, was he the kindly and affectionate, every man's man, today without prejudice to any society or had he entered with an adversarial design predetermined whereby he might again quite eloquently even in one wishing to disassociate dignifying element deemed by them was he today or at the same time another man on merging trajectory path in the Father Michael Sebastian D'Angelo smilingly neared and saluted them before, flashing an unimposing hello hand gesture toward Pietre. As some of you know already, the Sunday news.
By James, all rights reserved 2023. Today's November 11th, 2024. See you soon. Paperback, hardcover, ebook, audiobook.
You will find interesting the fact that I too